Hello everyone, I'm FARMERSIM. Welcome back to Riverbend Springs. I do hope you're all doing very well and having a wonderful day. So, one small change since the last episode. I've decided, because I found this mod over on King Mods, to change my approach to creating Total Mix Ration. Now this is much more my style, if I'm honest. This is the type of way I prefer to do TMR instead of faffing around with bales and a TMR mixer and all that stuff. I much prefer to have it in one location, just get everything stuffed into the machine, turn it on, wait for the TMR to come out the other end, quite simply. Unfortunately, this mod appeared on King Mods, like I say, so I downloaded it. It all seems to work perfectly well. It takes from the bale as well, so that's handy because we've got a load of silage fermenting over there. So I'll be able to load that up into here when it's all done. And yeah, it's a handy little thing. It does pig food as well, which is really quite cool. It's by a modder called Vastica. So yeah, really quite like it, and it has gifted me the opportunity to put a couple of dollars back into the bank as well. So I sold the Silo King for about 78 grand, I think, over at the shop, and this has cost 35, so got about 30 or 40 grand back into the bank, which is excellent. Now, I did actually do it for another reason as well, and that was purely because of the trigger point. It's nothing to do with the trigger point with this cow barn, but it was just a combination of the trigger point for feeding the cows in the cow barn and the multiple trigger points that the Silo King or those feed mixers have, because it's not directly at the back. It was basically that big Silo King had a tip point at all four corners, front right, front left, and rear right, rear left, and it was proving pretty difficult to find and get the trigger point accurately every time in this shed. I've tested it. I've loaded some TMR into a nut into my trailer, and the tip trigger appears perfectly fine right the way through the length of the barn. So I figured this was probably the best option for me to do anyway. So it's 3:30 in the afternoon. We need to crack on with. We need to get the grass that we mowed up with the little mower last episode. We need to get that run over with the tedder, turned over for hay, and then we need to get it rowed up and picked up with. We're going to have a go with our new forage wagon and get that put straight into our TMR mixer. At least get that started. Get a little bit of product in there. Now we're going to be running the new Fendt as well with the pickup wagon. So what I have done is, of course, I have kitted that back with its normal, with the standard single wheels as opposed to the big doubles. We'll keep that for the correct jobs, won't we? That's the right thing to do. And I've come the wrong way. I need to go down the hill here, don't I? So yeah, but we're going to crack on with this. As I say, I've been mucking around with auto drive as well, just adding bits and bobs into the course. So I am very keen to have a bit of a go at joining courseplay and auto drive together, as I've always liked to do. And yeah, get them working together. And I'm going to try my very best to pop the whole thing, the whole shebang, into a bit of a cinematic. So there we go. And the other thing I noticed regarding the big Fendt and its twin wheels, I can't get it in here. It's too wide for the gate, for the door. So yeah, we'll be if I ever want to run that on the dual wheels, which I will be doing with the planter and the cultivator, for example, I'll have to pull the cultivator and the planter out with another tractor and get it fitted that way. Needs must. It's got to be done. Right. So, like I say, let's get this thing unfolded. We'll get this field run over with the tedder, with the windrower, and with the pickup wagon. I'm going to get the whole lot. I'll try and stick a bit of music behind the whole thing and see if we can get done within the next couple of hours or so. So, see you all in a bit.
Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go. Up the stereo in a place I didn't know till now. In a different part of town, I see new colors as the sun goes down. No, it doesn't even matter to me where I go. Just feel I need to take a ride. I don't know when I'll get back. Keep on going and relax tonight. Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go. I'm not heading for the stars, driving down this boulevard tonight. Yeah, playing Coldplay on repeat, watching people on the street as I go by. Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go.
Right, job done. Quite chuffed with that. We've got 67,637 litres of hay stowed away now in the TMR mixer, so very happy with that. But the work doesn't stop there, of course. We've got plenty to do. Now I've got a bit of a choice of jobs really to crack on with, but looking at the weather has actually given it's given really good for the rest of today. Upwards until midnight tonight, 1 o'clock in the morning, but the single icon that I've got for the 2nd of March gives rain. I would very much like to get this thing transferred over to its big wheels and get the new Bednar seeder hooked up and get this field down there beyond the on the other side of the silo there. I want to get that drilled with grass. So I think that's what we're going to do. I do need to, well, we obviously have all the jobs that we do have to do, and I'm going to try and reverse this thing in blindfolded, so just aim for the middle somewhere, fingers crossed. Oh, look at that. Look at that. There we go. Lovely stuff. Now I'm also going to have to do a bit of fine-tuning. You might not have seen it in the cinematic there, but the height of the pickup wagon there is about 2 inches too high for the door of the cow shed. At the minute I've got the auto drive route coming in one end of the cow shed and going straight into the TMR mixer. So, and it kind of bashes into the roof. It makes it through slowly, but it bashes into the roof, so I'm going to have to do a bit of finagling there, get that bit sorted. But yeah, I've been keen to get this thing back on its big fat wheels, so we'll get that thing done now. There we go. So, bum bum bum. There we are. Customize. Twin wheels. There we go. Thank you very much. That'll do for me. Customize. Yep. Lovely stuff. Nice. Right. So, I'm gonna have to utilise the white here just to. No, I don't want that vehicle. Yeah, I'm going to need the white to pull the seeder out. So we'll get this thing dragged out of here because we need to make the space as well, because I'm going to need to load up the seeder with a bit of fertiliser and obviously seed. So we'll just park this thing here nicely for now. I'm going to faff around here now. What do I need to do? I need the telehandler with the pallet fork to dig out some pallets of seed and fert. Or big bags of fert, sorry. And, yeah. So I'll get all this lot sorted, and I'll pick you up in a few minutes' time when I'm loading up and getting cracking on. Right, well, we'll start with the solid fert. Doing my best to not damage my nice, shiny new workshop in the process. It's relatively tight in space when you're messing around with a telehandler, I suppose. But yeah, so this seeder takes 2,400 litres of seed and 3,000 litres of fert. So we'll I don't actually know which tank is which on this one. I'm assuming it takes more fert than seed, so I can only assume then that it's the one on our right there. So let's take it nice and easy. There we go. Nice, nice. So yeah, we're getting, like I said, we're getting this grass field drilled now because we can. We're within planting season for grass. Field 76, the big one to the south of the map over there, the one that's currently completely full of weeds and needs completely going over. But I'm in no rush for that because planting season for the arable crops doesn't start for a good few months now. So I've got a bit of time to take advantage of. Right, so now we need some seed. We need 2,400 litres. We're not going to get all of that in here now, but we're going to use up these two pallet bags at the top here. So it's quite difficult to gauge the height on the tines of your telehandler. There we go. Have we got it there? There we go. It's quite challenging, that, I must admit. I think I can just go straight back here, can't I? Yep, there we go. Slow and careful process, this, isn't it? I'm trying to do things properly. I'm fully aware that I can just reverse the seeder in if I wanted to, but and just click fill. But I do, as I've always said, I do enjoy giving myself the practice when it comes to using a telehandler. Even though I used to drive a forklift truck in real life many years ago when I was much younger for a large parcel firm. But that was a somewhat different experience, considerably smaller than this. Good fun though, definitely good fun. Who on earth would give me a license to drive a forklift truck in real life? I don't know, but yeah. Right, so next one. Take it nice and easy. But yeah, I've been very keen to get using some of our new equipment. I'm very keen to get using the new grass roller as well with the Massey. That feels well dodgy. I'm going to pull everything off here, aren't I? Oh my word. Well, this is all manner of awful, isn't it? Goodness me. That's like proper stuck in there, isn't it? Well, it would help if I didn't have my tines at 45 degrees, wouldn't it? Honestly. Now I've got that bit stuck under, so I need to grab them at the end. There we are. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good Lord Almighty. Yes, I just did that. See what I mean? Definitely need practice. Right, so I shall finish off getting this thing filled up, and I shall join you in a matter of seconds down at the edge of the field, where we will crack on, get this grass drilled, and that will probably be the end of the day's work, I'd imagine. There we are. Shocking performance. Right then, here we go. Let's put this thing to the test. So, get it unfolded. There we are. Although it's probably going to fold itself back up again in a second, because obviously planning out the courseplay course that I'm going to pop this on, it will start with the centre field, centre rows, and then finish off with the headlands And as usual, of course, I'm going to stick a bit of music behind this job and see if I can make it look a bit arty-farty. Now, regarding that, I know this is probably a point that none of you are really interested in, but I've always been chasing ultra smooth, super duper quality. And over the last few weeks and since the game's been released, I have been doing a lot of testing on and off all the time. And actually, in between me recording this clip here and the one you just seen me there, where I almost bent my telehandler in half, I paused time and I spent probably about an hour and a half just fine-tuning more settings again, because when it comes to me making the cinematics, again, like I say, I know this is a point that none of you really care about, but when I make the cinematics, I've been, up to now, I feel like I've been really quite limited in what I can do. When I jump into flight mode and I'm kind of hovering around and trying to make smooth, sideways movements like this around the vehicles, trying to make them look all good and all that kind of stuff, I've been really limited because the game has been very jumpy. It's fine when I'm in the vehicle like that, or outside, and you're actually panning with the vehicle. It's smooth as butter. But if I jump out and then I kind of walk around the vehicle as it's moving, it's really, really jerky and jumpy, and I've not been able to do anything about it up until now. I've managed to enable a setting in the graphics settings of the game. It's to do with FSR. I can't actually remember what that stands for, but the FSR3, I think it's called. I've enabled that, and I've done a few, tweaked a few things, and I managed to reduce that stuttering quite dramatically. There is still slight evidence of it there, but because of that stuttering, and occasionally in the past the stuttering's been really, really bad, so I've not been wanting to use footage that I've created using those techniques, because personally I just think it looks awful. So hopefully now I'm going to use this job as a bit of a test bed for me to see if I can create some even more, dynamic shots of the vehicle doing its job, and just see where we can go from there. So anyway, apologies for that. A few minutes of random uselessness from my side of things there, but I just wanted to point that out because it's been something that's literally been at the forefront of my mind since the game came out. Right, so stick some music on, and I'll see you when the job's done. Nice, all sorted. Really happy with that. I'll tell you what, I meant to give Courseplay and Auto Drive a mention actually earlier after doing the grass work over in the other field, but they worked perfectly together. That was my first time in FARMERSIM 25 combining Courseplay and Auto Drive. And their wonderful communication to each other. They worked perfectly. There's a couple of little features as well that I don't recall being in 22. One of them being that when you've got Courseplay and Auto Drive running and you turn off Courseplay, it automatically jumps straight onto Auto Drive, and I don't recall that doing it in 22. So that was again possibly a nice little feature that I didn't appreciate was in here, but either way, it's all good. Now that's sorted, so let's jump into the map PDA very quickly. As you can see, the next job that one of the next jobs we have to get done in this field is to get it rolled. But if I remove that colour there, as you can see, this field is now completely fertilised, which is great. So as you can see there, fertilised 100%, a yield bonus of 95, so that's excellent. So we'll get a good yield of grass out of this in the distant future. Now, like I said before, work to crack on with. We've got to get this field rolled. We've got a bit of time ahead of us, a couple of months at least, before we need to worry about sorting out the big field at the bottom there, field 76. We need to get the grass roller rolled over field 64, the little one that we dealt with earlier on. We've got 2 grass fields over there to get mown. What we do with those, I think I'll probably turn another one into hay, possibly. I need to think about that actually and just figure things out. I'm looking forward to getting the bunker used up as well. We need to start working with that, get that loaded up with a bit of grass and fermenting away. Plenty to do, absolutely plenty to do. And I do appreciate that at some point, possibly, I may have to, just depending on the timing of everything, I may need to buy in a handful of silage bales. The bales that we've got over there in the shed are currently 6% fermented, so we've still got a little bit of time ahead of us before they're done. So depending on the levels of the cow food and whatnot, I may need to grab a few from the shop just to see us through for a few weeks. But here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you have enjoyed this episode and found it a little bit of fun. As always, if you're new to the channel and you like my content, you like the way I'm doing things, please consider hitting that subscribe button and jumping on board, joining the channel. Please give the video a like if you can. It does do wonders. It helps the YouTube algorithm do its thing. And as always, there are a host of links in the video description below with my Giants Partner promo code. If any of you are in the market for purchasing Farming Simulator 25 and you like the idea of supporting the channel and helping a content creator out, as always, I would be hugely appreciative. And of course, as always, if any of you are in the market for a multiplayer server, you're looking to play with your mates and you like the idea again of supporting the channel and you also like the idea of a 10% reduction in the cost of that server, please consider using my G-Portal affiliate link that will also be in the video description below. As always, your support there would be massively appreciated. So thanks again for your time, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.